Well, oh my goodness, boys. What is up, guys? This is Cobb, and we are approaching the 3-month mark on this account, man. It's going pretty gosh dang good. And you know what, man? With the champ training tournament coming up soon, big fusion events coming up soon as well, I thought now would be a pretty good time to make some plans about which champs I want to be leveling up to 60. This video, we're going to be talking about the epic champs, and I've got a few that are kind of waiting in the wings that are stuck at level 40, some of them level 50, which ones are going to be taking to 60 next, and which ones am I holding on to, maybe just to take up to 50, and maybe to scale up to 60 at a much later date. And what better place to begin than the lovely, voluptuous Lady Annabelle. So, coming off the back of doing homework for solo carry champs, the kind of champs that can go into a dungeon or up against like a Doom Tower boss completely alone and come out on top, I figured out that, yeah, Lady Annabelle is just overpowered as hell, you know? And that is exactly what I would be building her for, man, to just be a solo queen. She might even be the next epic that I push all the way up to 60, just because I don't have that many epics that are super high priority just yet, I don't think. Maybe there's a case to be made for Luria up here, but we'll get to her when we get to her. I guess I'm just really scared of like a certain Doom Tower rotation coming along where all of a sudden I'm just hard stuck on something like Scarab King, and then I will just deeply regret not getting Lady Annabelle sorted, not getting her fixed up and ready to go to solo the likes of Scarab King, getting her set up in a nice full set of regeneration gear, then a couple of pieces of Immortal on top of that, and just getting her tanky as hell. That'd be really sweet, man. So her A1, just in case anyone doesn't know, somehow, it's a double hitter with each hit, healing this champ by 3% of her max HP, so you just want to build it to be as tanky as humanly possible, hence the regeneration and the Immortal items. We'll also need to build it with a little bit of accuracy as well, because she does also offer value in other areas of the game too, mostly on account, I guess, of the A2, which is an attack all with fully bucked, a 100% chance of placing a leech debuff for a couple of turns on all enemies, so she's fantastic for overall sustain for the rest of your team as well. She can also have that 100% chance of placing strong decrease speed on enemies as well, albeit on targets with less than 50% turn meter. But a hell of a lot of utility packed into that A2. She's not just a one-trick pony. I do have a little bit of an issue at present where I can't really set her up to take on Scarab King just yet, completely solo. Mostly because I don't have the... Is it like the Siege Breaker? No, it's the Blood Shield Ring. The Blood Shield Ring. I'm lacking the Blood Shield Ring, dude. We need to go ahead and win a couple of clan wars or something, get my hands on the Blood Shield Ring, which provides her with a small shield after she's attacked in to Scarab King, which is very important, because if you attack into Scarab King and you don't have a shield active, the Son of a Gun will counterattack the hell out of you, which is a little bit of a problem, obviously. But once I get that sorted, Lady Annabelle will be ready to come online. It's actually a champ training event coming up tomorrow. I don't want to go too ballistic with it. I don't want to go too ham. I might level up to like level 50 or something during that, and then get it to 60 during the next champ training tournaments and next champ training events, which will be active during the upcoming May fusion. And hey man, speaking of epic champs, before we move on to the next one, if you want to start up a new raid account with a free epic champion, then make sure to click the promo link down below at the top of the video description box. Not only will you start up a new account with that free epic champion, you'll also get a whole bunch of starting freebies, including 500k silver, and this is going to be an awesome time overall. So there you go, man. Looking to start off a new account, maybe a new free-to-play adventure or something like that, that is the link by which to do it. Alright, man. Moving on to the next champ that I want to be taking probably all the way up to 60, maybe before Lady Annabelle, or maybe just after, is probably going to be good old Carlinia? I was going to call her Carolina there, that didn't sound right. And oh yes, man. The good old Candlehead herself. Big fan of kobolds, this gal. What's her kit all about? Well, she's a bit of a HP burner / support. She brings quite a lot of utility, and she's one of those champs that is not just good predictably into something like Demon Lord, but she's just sort of good everywhere else as well. She's one of like those catch-all, almost like Hatatsu style champs that just does a little bit of everything, right? A little bit of damage, a little bit of debuffs. She just does a bit of everything. And if I remember right, she barely takes any skill tomes to really get to a super powerful place, which is nuts, man. So her base kit, she has a A1 that's just a single target attack, but fully bugged up. Doesn't take that many bucks either. Fully bucked up, this is a 60% chance of placing an HP burn for 2 turns. Very good stuff for an A1, especially on a support style champ. The A2, fully bucked up, I believe is a 75% chance of placing a strong decrease attack debuff for 210s on all enemies. It's an attack all, so pretty goddamn good. Also, this debuff cannot be resisted by targets under HP burn, so she just works pretty good overall in a HP burn style build, though she's not absolutely limited to playing alongside other HP burners, which is why I think she's so versatile, just because she does bring the HP burn herself. And on the A3, decrease the duration of all debuffs and all allies by 1 turn, so almost like a soft cleanse. Then, very, very good against Clan Boss, by the way. So gotta point that out. Like, everything in the kit is so good against Clan Boss. It would be nice if the decreased attack was a bit more reliable, but there you go, is what it is. Tier 3, decrease duration of all debuffs, namely the Clan Boss's stun by 1 turn. Then place a 15% strengthen buff on all allies for a couple of turns. Just overall, really nice stuff, man. As for the passive, when ascended up, she has every time an enemy under HP burn debuff gets a turn, decrease the duration of 2 random buffs on that enemy by 1 turn. I really like this champ. I pulled her out of a Ancient Shard. Didn't realize what I had. I thought, you know what, she's okay. Maybe she can get like an HP burn style build going. I didn't realize just how much of a kind of like a catch-all, just very solid support she was in, yeah, many branches of content, man. So, in fact, you know what? One thing I didn't draw attention to? Dude, look at this. I noticed this just earlier. Look at how thin her neck is, bro. Why is her neck like a goddamn pencil, man? She's been skipping neck day, dude. Hasn't been skipping head day, apparently. Dude, her neck should be like goddamn Corey Taylor's neck. Carrying those candles around on her head all day like that. Her neck should be swole. It should be a tree trunk, you know what I'm saying? Instead, noodle. I don't know what's going on there, man. What's going on with my hair over here, man? I've just noticed that I've got like some little noodle poking off the top of my head. I'm just gonna leave it there, man. Screw it, this is going to annoy you guys for the rest of the video now. Anyways, man, Carolina, yeah, we're going to be slamming this gal in just max speed gear. She's going to need some accuracy, of course, to land those all-important debuffs, but just this gal taking as many turns as humanly possible seems like a good thing, especially when she's got HP burn and an unreliable decrease attack. Just getting as many turns in as we can is going to, yeah, keep this thing active for as much as humanly possible. Pretty solid stuff. Alright, man, the next epic we are going to be maxing out is not Yaga the Insatiable. Oh no, dude, this guy sucks. It's all about Siege Hulk, man. This guy has a ballista on his back. We can't even scroll, the camera down enough to show you this guy's insane weapon. His attack animations are equally crazy. And this guy is a super powerful kind of attack slash debuffer hybrid. Very interesting kit that's solid into quite, well, I don't want to say a lot of content, but some very specific content and things like Doom Tower. Obviously all wave content. Just a great champion overall, man, and I'm excited to level this guy more than anything and just give him a try because I love his aesthetic, man. So the A1 attacks one enemy, decrease the target's turn rate by 15% if the target is under a decreased defense or decreased speed debuff, both of which this guy brings to the table. Very strong debuffer, like we said. So very reliable decreased turn meter, honestly, on the A1. The A2 is a place strong increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns, then attack all enemies, and then as a follow-up to that, after the attack has landed, sadly not before, but after the attack all has landed, you then place a strong decreased defense debuff for a couple of turns. Very good stuff on a 3-turn cooldown. Nice and reliable, steady, big, heavy hitter. This is, of course, an attack champ, so he's going to be hitting like a truck. And on the A3, dude, you can actually build this guy with 70% crit rate, because he has a increase 30% crit rate buff on his A3. Also increases crit damage by 30%, and then you attack in after the fact also. Very good stuff. And once this skill has been ascended, it will also have a 100% chance of placing a strong decreased speed debuff on the target for a couple of turns. Solid into Dark Fae, big heavy hitter, right? Decreased speed, 10 meter control, both solid into Dark Fae, can really swing into wave content, of course, because of the attack all. Solid into Frost Spider. I think he's solid into 1 or 2 more Doom Tower bosses as well, but yeah, he just pops up and is useful in a lot of areas of content. Obviously, secret rooms, faction wars, that kind of thing. Speaks for itself. Is he super high priority for me to get all the way up to 60 very quickly? Probably not. Maybe he's like 3rd or 4th on this list. I guess I'm going in order of what I think my priorities are going to be over the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. I've seen a lot of folks just put this guy in like maximum accuracy and perception style gear just to maximize the chance of him landing the 10 meter decrease and the debuffs and all that kind of stuff. And while accuracy is going to be important on this guy, I would love to just build this guy with, you know, I don't know, like lethal or cruel or savage and just make him an absolute Chad. Of course, you can't neglect the accuracy. I know 2 pieces of perception are kind of going to be mandatory. 2 to 4 pieces, to be honest. But I don't know, man. The temptation to just build this guy as a heavy nuker is going to be intense. Next up, and to be honest, probably higher priority for me than Siege Hulk, is going to be Sepulchre Sentinel. Is she called Sepulchre Sentinel. For God's sake, I don't get my goddamn pronunciation right. She's in some crappy gear right now. I just kind of threw her in anything because she's level 40 and I just want to not suck absolutely in the Knights Revenants faction wars for now, but of course I will be eventually switching this gear out to something a little bit more appropriate. Love the design of this gal, by the way. What is going on with the hair? I don't know, dude. It's just an absolute amalgamation. I really hope she doesn't go to sleep on her back. You gotta put some respect on the freckles as well, just because of how thick those freckles are. I almost get the sense that she's like drawn them on. Some e-girl action. Not that I know anything about that, obviously. Anyways, man, hair kit, sweet for Clan Boss. She's very, very good into a lot of different areas of content, similar to some other champs that I'm going to be looking to prioritize. Demon Lord, I could really use with just boosting up my Demon Lord team right now and starting to take that a bit more seriously now that I'm a few more months into the game. And she's fantastic for that, primarily because I'm using Hatatsu into Demon Lord, and he does bring decreased attack. However, it's only an 80% chance to land, I think, with his masteries. It's not 100% reliable, so having an extra chance on the team to just definitely keep up that decreased attack on Sepulchre Sentinel's A1 would be very, very useful. Very, very good stuff into Clan Boss. Of course, on the A2, she's just a survival queen. That's really it. The A2 can be bucked down to a 4-turn cooldown, strong increased defense, and block debuffs. Buff on all allies for 2 turns, and so you just got that extra chance of negating the Clan Boss stun and that kind of thing. Very, very nice. Ooh, I might have to rethink that a little bit though, actually. Maybe she isn't that high priority because I've already got strong increased defense coming from Hatatsu as well. You know, so there's quite a bit of overlap there. Ooh, see, this is why it's a good job, man, to do videos like this and do exercises like this. I feel once every like 30 days, measure where your account is at and stuff. I might have to rethink whether or not I really prioritize this gal for my Clan Boss squad, or if there's somebody better that I could be prioritizing. Maybe I just prioritize Carlinia over Sepulchre Sentinel for that same purpose. Ooh, interesting stuff. Either way, man, this gal has an incredible kit. If you do pull her on your own account and you need someone to just cheer up your Clan Boss team and just bring all of this super extreme epic tankiness, and also she's fantastic as well in lots of other branches of content, then this gal could be totally worth it. Her passive is also fantastic, honestly. 1 turn cooldown, so can proc every turn. Has a 25% chance of completely blocking incoming damage when an ally is attacked. Occurs once per turn. Amazing, amazing stuff, honestly. Will I be taking it to 60 anytime soon after considering how much her A2 overlaps with Hatatsu's A3? I don't know. I gotta think about that a little bit more, man. And now this brings us to the lower priority champs that I'm gonna be holding on to. Probably taking up to level 50. Seeing how they feel, right? Seeing what champs maybe I pull from shards or whatever over the next month or two before deciding whether or not I want to actually take them to 60. The first one is gonna be Dude, and the runic. Dude, he's just called Dude. I love that, man. Why is his head so tiny? Okay, man, just not gonna question it. This guy's also in some just very weird kind of patchy sets because, again, I've been kind of relying on this guy to get me through at least the very early stages of faction wars. Yeah, and he's one of those champs that's, again, just sort of good into everything, right? He brings a lot of survivability to your team, a lot of stability, and most importantly, some debuff removal here on the A1. Dude, fully booked, 60% chance of removing 1 random debuff from all allies. Really, really damn good A1, man. Oh man, dude, I can't even believe that that's just an A1. That's crazy, crazy good. The A2 is an attack all enemies, place a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns, equal to 15% of this champion's max HP, so you just build them to be tanky as humanly possible and just maximize the value of this shield. It's sadly stuck on a 4-turn cooldown. You cannot book this thing down, so that does suck a little bit. But it does also have the supercharged added effect of increase the duration of all buffs and all allies by 1 turn. Very, very good stuff, obviously. Super, super powerful effect in general. Now, the A3 places a taunt buff on this champion for 1 turn. Also places a 25% strengthen buff and a counterattack buff on this champion for 2 turns. This guy is a... Dude, he's a monstrous, monstrous tank. This is bookable down to a 3-turn cooldown. Could be spamming this out, maintaining this almost in perpetuity. And of course, you're counterattacking with a very, very good A1 indeed. That is just constantly cleansing buffs from your team. So, yeah, definitely taking this guy up to 50. Will I take him to 60? Well, let's see, man. Let's see. Champs that are generally, like, pretty good into all areas of content, they're usually fine to leave at level 50. At least, I don't know, that's the sense that I get. I don't know, man. Is Duoden the Runic worth level 60? What do you guys think, man? Let me know what y'all think. Next champ that we're going to be holding on to, I don't know whether I'll be using this guy. I'll take him to 40. Maybe push him to 50 in like a future champ training tournament or something like that. But it's going to be Skull Crusher, man. Mostly because of his crazy utility into Demon Lord. Obviously, he's kind of decent everywhere. But look at this A2, man. This is nuts. This is bookable down to a 3-turn cooldown also. So Ascended, this is a strong version of ally protection buff on all allies for 2 turns. Then place a counterattack buff on all allies except this champion, albeit for a couple of turns. And then place Unkillable on this champ. Bro, the clan boss, this is nuts. This is crazy, man. I actually can't believe this. So, like, you combo this with someone who can, like, increase the duration of buffs on your team, so the counterattacks last that little bit longer. Then you're running a team against clan boss with just very, very powerful A1s, the kind of stuff that's applying HP burn, poison, or is, like, triggering HP burns, poison, like, activating them. Man, I can see the damage getting out of hand like crazy. Now, obviously, I don't have any teams like immediately in mind that I could slot this guy into to really make something super, super OP, but this is definitely a guy I'm going to be holding on to, maybe take up to 40 and just kind of keep him in the back of my mind for now. Now, next up, we've got Luria, and I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. The only area where I'm really using Luria, for the time being at least, is in Magic Keep to just instantly delete the boss's massive shield, right? On a A3, it's an attack one enemy, removes all buffs. That's it, really. So I'm using it for a very, very basic purpose for the time being. Where do you guys like to use Luria, man? Because she's, again, kind of decently rated into a lot of content, minus the clan bosses. So she's not good into Demon Lord, doesn't look great into Hydra. And yeah, it's because on a A2, it's all about a huge freeze effect, right? Which you can book this up to a 75% chance of freezing all enemies on attack, right? Which is pretty damn good. It also blocks revive if you take out the nerds with this A2. Seems really, really strong. Obviously, fantastic stuff into wave-based content. But I don't know, man. I see a lot of people take Luria up to 60, which is the main reason that I'm holding onto it and prioritizing levels into it. I'm thinking, I'm probably going to learn something in the weeks to come that justifies taking Luria to 60. That's it, really. I've seen other people do it. So I'm assuming she's really, really good into some content that I haven't really spotted just yet. Oh, hell, to be honest, what am I talking about? And maybe she's just good enough on her own. Maybe this free skill is just that good into wave-based content that it kind of justifies itself. The A1 is also very, very strong, by the way. So Ascended, this A1, and fully booked. It's an attack one enemy with a 65% chance of placing strong decreased defense, or 100% heal reduction, or 30% decreased speed debuff for a couple of turns. So there's a hell of a lot going on there. Very, very versatile, because any of these effects can be, you know, better or worse into various types of content. I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of this champ. She's such an oddball to me, man. She's just a ball of utility. You know what I mean? Just a ball of different debuffs. Yeah, I still don't really know what to make of her, man. Will I be taking it to 60? Almost definitely, because it seems like every raid content creator I see on YouTube has a 60 Luria, and they must have it for a reason, you know, they must rate them. And finally, that brings us to good old Gruckus, which, to be fair, this guy's a bit lower on my priority list. I don't have any real immediate plans to rush Gruckus up to 60, but I think I can see myself changing my tune on that in the weeks and months to come if I don't pull any better options. And options for what? Well, we're really talking about Fire Knight. We're talking about things like, you know, Dark Fae. He does have 10 meter control. He has decreased speed. He also has anti-healing, heal reduction up to 100% on his A3, which is pretty solid. It's also a AoE decrease attack. It requires only 3 skill bucks to take up to 100% chance and to reduce the cooldown to 310s. So I think his A3 has a hell of a lot of utility packed into it. That's good into a lot of content. The A1 is also a triple hitter, which is why he's good, at least for a starter, against Fire Knight. Is he good into Fire Knight hard? Does he scale up that high? I have no idea. I haven't actually done my homework that much on Gruckus just yet. I literally just picked him up and thought, oh my god, he has a triple hitter on his A1. I guess I'm just going to throw him into my Fire Knight team for now, because I'm really lacking champs on my account so far that attack in multiple times like this. And on the A2, he's also got that added bonus of, like we say, fully bucked up. This is a 3-turn cooldown with a 100% chance of placing a strong decrease speed debuff for a couple of turns, and also then an 80% chance of decreasing the target's 10 meter by 30%, which is pretty good. Not 100% reliable, and so that's why I'm saying maybe I just hold out until I have some better options than Old Gruckus, because at the end of the day, he will eventually fall off and be replaced by a better champ. Something better into Fire Knight, also into Dark Fate as well. There's going to end up being better options than Old Gruckus. But hey, I've got him at level 50, and I will take him into 60 if I need to. You know, if I don't pull anybody who does the jobs better than him where I currently use him in like a month and a half, 2 months or something, fine. We'll take him to 60. But as for now, he's somewhat on the back burner. Him and his tiny, tiny head. Dude, why is every champ that I want to level either have like a tiny neck or just no head, man? And man, that's what we're going to do it for the epics that I plan to take to, well, at least level 50, maybe even level 60 on this account so far. Thanks for watching, guys. Which champ are you looking to take to max level next? That's a damn good question. Love learning about the new champs and what kind of stuff I should be looking out for on this account. Champs that can be really, really key to your account can help inform me for stuff that I should be looking out for during shard pull events. So go ahead and post that in the comments down below, man. Help me out quite a bit. For now, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all did enjoy. If you are looking to kickstart a new Raid Shadow Legends account, make sure to do so by clicking on the promo link down below at the top of the video description to start a fresh account with a free epic champion and a bunch of starting freebies. Thanks for watching. Hope you all did enjoy, and I'm going to catch all of y'all just a tad bit later, men.